welcome back to Big Frog's 4x4. I'm here at Hanover Hyundai, and we're going to be test driving the new 2020 Veloster N with the performance package. So unless you've driven a performance clutch before, a performance car, one thing you'll notice in this, if you go from like a pickup truck or a Jeep or something, the clutch to the floor is a very short travel clutch. When you let up, it's starting to engage right off the floor. Also, the shift pattern is a very tight shift pattern. If you go from a longer shifter, you're gonna notice that the pattern between 1, 3rd, 5th is much wider. This is a much closer range. All right, the unique feature about the N is you can go into different modes and adjust different parameters of your engine. You can change the exhaust tone and everything else, so we're gonna show you how to do that. Go to your N mode, customs. There you can change your exhaust tone to normal, sport, and sport plus. And what that does is just when you're on the exhaust and off the exhaust, it's going to change the sound and the crackle that actually comes out of the exhaust. We'll go back. Go into limited slip differential. And you can go to normal or you can stay in sport mode. We'll go back. And here's with the transmission to do rev matching, so that when you're shifting through the transmission, you can change all those parameters as well. And for this test drive, we're going to keep it in the Sport Plus. And the engine as well. I don't know why you'd even use any of these other features other than if you're going on a long trip to save fuel mileage or something, but we're going to keep it in the Sport Plus for the test drive. You can fine-tune your suspension. And there we're going to keep it in Sport Plus. And obviously if you want a little bit smoother ride, then you're going to want to change it to something else. But for this test drive, we're going to keep everything in the highest performance. This will change your steering response, how stiff the steering feels, feedback into the steering wheel. And we want to keep the chassis and everything all in the sport mode. And then you can obviously turn traction control off. All right, to show the headroom in the car, Timothy, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
And put your hand above your head, show how much headroom there is. They have a small cutout, I don't know if you can see it there, in the back of the headliner. That gives you a little bit more headroom. And he probably has 4 more inches or so above his head to the headliner. If you find you need more room, the lever here to fold the seats down. They're a 60-40 split seat. And it opens up all the way into the trunk, into the hatch. You don't need to remove the headrest or anything like that. There's enough room here at the back of the seat. This cover is removable. And if you wanted to remove that, you'll be able to see all the way through.
First, we're gonna just go through all the different settings on the front dash. So here you got your oil temps, your torque, and your turbo. Then if we hit it again, it will give us our fuel economy. Right now we have 18 miles to E. And then if you go through, it also displays our tire pressure. And then we have our user settings, doors, lights, sound, convenience, service, and other. And then we can also reset different things throughout the settings.
As you can hear from this exhaust, it is extremely enjoyable. It doesn't sound like what I would call those Cracker Jack box mufflers that you put on some of these tuner cars. It sounds good. This is a car that you don't really drive. You don't just drive. You experience this car. It is a lot of fun. It's a pleasure. It does have a very hard, rough ride whenever you're in the performance mode. It stiffens that suspension up. It really does ride pretty rough. Alright, we to in mode, the performance mode, and you can definitely tell on these backcountry roads the suspension is a lot more firm. And you can definitely hear the exhaust tone. But inside the car, it is really quiet actually. It's not annoyingly loud. It's actually quite fun sounding. I can see this is why people wouldn't get great gas mileage with this car, because you always want to be on the throttle. It's just too much fun to go flat-footed onto the floor. You can actually hear the turbo spool up some when you get on it. It's really quiet, but it's there if you're listening for it.
Well, we ordered it this way, and then we ordered the extra, the N package, and had all the extras put in with the added features, which is an option you can do in Hyundai. Not every manufacturer lets you do that option to add the extra packages.
Seat is adjustable by a lever in the front. It is not a power seat, but it does have some power options as far as lumbar and that kind of stuff on a button on the side of the seat. And also, it's lever action to recline the seat, or if you pull it, raises the seat somewhat up and down. All right, the steering wheel does have a tilt feature and a nice adjustable telescoping. I'm short, so I like to have it in a decent location. It's infinitely adjustable in and out, up and down. There's not like clicks or anything like that. And then you just flip the lever, it's back on the side of here, and lock it into place. I just cannot get over the sound of that exhaust. It is just so much fun to listen to. Now, we didn't thrash on this car as much as we would like to have, only because someone is going to buy this car, and we want them to see this video and think that, man, somebody was just really beating on this car before I bought it. Thanks for watching Big Frog's 4x4. Hit that subscribe button down below. If you want to see more videos and be notified as they come out, hit that bell. And please hit that like button. And as always, thanks for watching, and God bless.